Yeah, it was nice to suddenly play a bit of football and get to the point where we got on the ball, we tried to do the things we talked about in the week. We worked a lot in the week about trying to get wide man into areas where it hurt them, and I think we did that. I think we talked a lot as well about trying to get a bit of pressure off us, just playing, trying to do what we did in pre-season. And I think for probably half an hour first half we were really good. It's difficult over a 90-minute game to keep it going in that heat, so I thought second half we wanted to go out with the same intensity, never quite happened. We didn't control the football as well, and that's going to happen. So it's a lot better improvement on the last few weeks, a lot better performance. And for us now we need to build on it. Give Harborough a bit of credit second half, because they pushed another man up when it would have been easy to get men behind the ball. And so they looked quite dangerous on the counter, but I just think the ball retention second half wasn't what it should have been. But we've won 5-1, so we can't complain. Yeah, and he did really well in pre-season. Obviously didn't get the start when he came back. It was disappointing for him that he missed, you know, the early part of the season with going on holiday. But I thought, obviously his pace hurts sides. It's not just what he does. It's, you know, we found him well today. And to be honest, Billy had 2 or 3. So, you know, both wide lads could have had chances. Billy obviously came back in. Slight change of Bowie up front, who did well. And then Charlie's obviously come off the bench and done well. So we've got what we want, you know, and that is competition for places all over. The forward lads have all scored goals in the first few games, so the pressure's off. That's always quite nice. But particularly it's nice for Matty. I think, you know, the first 10 minutes was a bit of a struggle to get involved, and then after that, you know, he was a massive outlet for us. And then what happened second half, they obviously tried to shut him out, which means then Billy's a good option. So pleased for both of them, and just pleased that we've done what we did pre-season, and obviously Matty was a big part of that. Yeah, obviously we want to build on today's performance. I think, you know, we've obviously started well results-wise, but this is another challenge. I think Pagnell was a challenge first. Yaxley obviously decided we want to do well this year. There's the additional challenge of, you know, a different surface, but, you know, we play football, so the surface should hopefully help us as much as it helps them. And, you know, it's important that after getting obviously 4 on the bounce is nice, but now the performance level was better today. The big thing now is take on a 30-minute performance and try and make it a 70, 80-minute performance. So there's lots to build on. It'll be a challenge. The next week's a big one because, like I say, you actually have ambitions to do well. And then that follows up with obviously the FA Cup, and that's a huge local derby. So we've got a big week. It's nice to get a bit of a start this week in terms of starting to play. We said that although we'd started with results, we hadn't had a performance. Now we've got that, kind of hope that we can kick on over the next week.
I thought we got off to an absolute flyer. We straight out the blocks, put them under early pressure. 3-0 up after 30 minutes. Could have been a lot more, but the heat took its toll. The lads were brilliant today. We needed a big performance. We started putting pressure on ourselves, and I think today we showed what we're capable of. Like I said, if it weren't for the weather, I think we could have put 6, 7 past them. Obviously I was happy to score 3, but at the end of the day we got 3 more points and we've actually put a performance together. But first couple, we've stretched them long. Hughesy and Decker got on the ball well. At the end of the day I beat the fullback and managed to score. Should have had 2 more, again from midfielders getting on the ball and us staying wide. But like I said, we got 3 more points, 4 and 4. Performance is getting there, so on to Tuesday and Saturday now. Obviously again, we've got to take the performance. Like I said, we've won 4 and 4, but performance is now getting there. Can't just have one good performance and then go back to how we were the last couple of games. So we've got to take the momentum today onto Yaxley. Obviously it's a big game. We've got quite a few that have came over this year. Brett and Dobbo have obviously came over, so we've got a point to prove. So it's a massive game.